Hello and welcome. Let's have an honest conversation. Do you remember a time when your body simply performed, when waking up with that familiar morning vitality was a given? For many of us, as we navigate our 60s and beyond, that certainty can begin to feel like a distant memory. It's a quiet, personal frustration that can impact your confidence and your relationships. The common narrative is that this is an unavoidable part of aging, a biological switch being turned off. But what if that narrative is incomplete? What if the ability to reclaim that firmness and readiness isn't found in a prescription bottle, but in how you start your day? We've analyzed extensive research to create a simple, effective four-step morning routine designed specifically for the unique physiology of men over 60. This isn't about wishful thinking. It's about systematically giving your body what it needs to reactivate the very systems that govern your manhood. If you're ready to shift from a mindset of decline to one of rebuilding, you've come to the right place. And trust me, you'll want to follow this all the way through because each step builds upon the last. Let's quickly touch on the mechanics. A firm erection is a complex event, but it boils down to a few key factors: clear signals from your brain, the right hormonal environment, and most critically, a powerful, unimpeded rush of blood into the penile tissues. With age, blood vessels can lose their flexibility, hormone production can decline, and nerve signals can weaken. Our modern lifestyle often accelerates this process through stress and diet. This routine is designed as a daily reset, a focused tune-up that addresses the foundational pillars of erectile health: circulation, hormones, nerve function, and your mental state. Let's begin with the very first thing you'll do when you wake up. Rule number one is the super hydration protocol, and it is the simplest, most immediate, and most powerful change you can make to your morning. It will instantly begin to prepare your entire circulatory system for optimal performance. Here is the exact action you will take the moment your feet hit the floor: before coffee, before checking your phone, before anything. You are going to drink 2 large glasses, that's 16 to 20 ounces, of warm, not cold, water. In one of those glasses, you will add two simple, powerful ingredients: a generous squeeze from half of a fresh lemon, and a tiny pinch of high-quality unrefined sea salt or Himalayan pink salt. Drink them both. Now, why does this simple morning cocktail work so effectively? Let's break down the science. After 7 to 8 hours of sleeping, breathing, and transpiring, every single person wakes up in a state of dehydration. When you're dehydrated, your blood volume decreases and its consistency thickens. It literally becomes more viscous. Imagine trying to pump a thick syrup through a very narrow straw. It requires more pressure, it moves slowly, and the flow is weak. Now imagine pumping water through that same straw. It flows effortlessly. Your penis is a hydraulic system that depends entirely on a rapid, high-volume flow of blood. With thick, sludgy blood, your body simply cannot achieve the pressure needed to inflate the spongy tissues of the corpora cavernosa to full, firm capacity. The 2 glasses of water immediately begin to reverse this, thinning the blood and increasing its volume, making it ready to flow. But why the lemon and salt? The squeeze of lemon, while acidic in its natural state, has an alkalizing effect on your body once it's metabolized. A state of low-grade chronic inflammation is a major enemy of vascular health, making blood vessel walls stiff and less responsive. An alkaline environment helps to counteract this inflammation, promoting more flexible and healthier blood vessels. The pinch of unrefined sea salt is not about sodium in the way we think of table salt. It's about electrolytes. High-quality sea salt contains over 80 trace minerals, including potassium and magnesium, which are absolutely essential for nerve function. An erection doesn't start in the penis, It starts with a signal from the brain that travels down the nervous system. Proper electrolyte balance is critical for those signals to fire clearly and strongly. This morning drink isn't just water, it's an oral rehydration solution that thins your blood, lowers the stress hormones that are released during dehydration, and primes your nerves for action. You are laying the physiological groundwork for a successful erection before your day has even truly begun. That's the first step. If you're already finding this practical, no-nonsense approach helpful and want to continue getting actionable advice designed for your health, take 1 second to hit that subscribe button. We have a lot more to cover. Now, let's get that freshly hydrated blood moving with rule number 2. Now that your blood is hydrated and ready to flow, rule number 2 is designed to direct that flow right where you need it most. This isn't about an exhausting workout. It's a focused 5-minute activation sequence called Awaken the System with Targeted Movement. Its sole purpose is to stimulate the nerves and flood the pelvic region with blood. You can do this on a rug or mat right next to your bed. First, lie on your back with your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. We begin with pelvic tilts. Simply flatten your lower back against the floor by gently engaging your abdominal muscles, which will cause your pelvis to rock back slightly. Hold for 3 seconds, then release. That's 1 repetition. You'll perform 15 slow and controlled reps. Next, from the same position, you will perform glute bridges. Pushing through your heels, lift your hips off the floor until your body forms a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Squeeze your glutes firmly at the top for 2 seconds, then slowly lower yourself back down. You will do 12 repetitions. Finally, we'll do Kegels. Still on your back, you're going to isolate and squeeze the pelvic floor muscle, the same one you'd use to stop the flow of urine. It's an upward lifting sensation. Hold that squeeze for 5 seconds. Then, just as importantly, relax it completely for 5 seconds. Do this 10 times. So what is this short routine actually accomplishing? Each movement has a specific purpose. The pelvic tilts act as a gentle, internal massage for the pelvic bowl. This movement increases circulation to the prostate gland and the crucial arteries, like the pudendal artery, that feed blood directly to the penis. It's like gently waking up the entire plumbing system. The glute bridges are far more powerful than they look. They activate your posterior chain, the glutes and hamstrings, which are some of the largest muscle groups in your body. When these massive muscles contract, they act as a powerful pump, surging a significant volume of blood upward and through your core, dramatically increasing circulation and pressure throughout the pelvic region. This directly enhances the hydraulic power available to you. The Kegels target the pubococcygeus, or PC, muscle group. Think of these muscles as a supportive sling at the base of your pelvis. For erections, they play a vital role. When you are erect, these muscles contract to compress the veins that drain blood from the penis. This action is what traps the blood inside, allowing you to maintain a firm, lasting erection. Weak PC muscles mean blood can leak out, leading to erections that are soft or fade quickly. By strengthening them with Kegels, you are improving your ability to stay hard. This 5-minute sequence is a direct investment in the muscular and circulatory machinery of your manhood. You've hydrated the system and activated the blood flow. Now it's time for rule number 3, providing your body with the essential raw materials it needs through a power-packed breakfast. The typical Western breakfast of cereal, toast, bagels, or pastries is a disaster for male hormones. These high-carbohydrate, low-nutrient foods cause a rapid spike in blood sugar, which in turn causes a flood of the hormone insulin to manage it. Chronically high insulin levels are directly linked to suppressed testosterone production. Your breakfast should do the opposite. Your meal will be built on three pillars: protein and healthy fats, and nitric oxide boosters. Here's what it looks like on a plate: three whole eggs cooked in a healthy oil like olive or coconut oil, with a large handful of fresh spinach wilted in right at the end. On the side, half an avocado sliced, and to finish, a small bowl of mixed berries, like blueberries and strawberries. Let's dissect why this specific combination is so effective. Pillar 1 is protein and healthy fats, primarily from the eggs and avocado. For decades, we were wrongly taught to fear dietary cholesterol from foods like egg yolks. The science is now clear that for most people, dietary cholesterol has little effect on blood cholesterol. However, it is absolutely essential for hormone production. Your body cannot manufacture testosterone without cholesterol as the primary precursor molecule. It's like trying to bake bread without flour. The healthy monounsaturated fats from the avocado are also critical, as your entire endocrine system, which regulates hormones, relies on fats to function properly. A low-fat diet can lead directly to low testosterone. Pillar 2 is nitric oxide boosters, which come from the spinach and berries. Think of nitric oxide as the on switch for your erections. It's a gas molecule called a vasodilator, which signals the smooth muscles inside your arteries to relax and open up. This widening of the arteries is what allows the powerful rush of blood that creates an erection. Spinach is packed with dietary nitrates, which your body converts directly into nitric oxide. The berries, especially dark ones like blueberries, are rich in antioxidants and compounds called flavonoids. These flavonoids help protect the delicate lining of your blood vessels, the endothelium, which is where nitric oxide is produced. They also protect the nitric oxide molecules themselves from being destroyed by oxidative stress. This breakfast gives your body the building blocks for testosterone, the fats to help the hormonal machinery run, and the specific nutrients to maximize the blood flow that testosterone helps to signal. We have addressed the body's plumbing, mechanics, and fuel, but none of it matters without the right signals from the control center. Rule number 4 is the 5-minute mind and nerve reset, and it addresses the single biggest erection killer in the modern world: stress. Your body operates on two primary modes of the autonomic nervous system. There is the sympathetic state, known as fight or flight, and the parasympathetic state, known as rest and digest. Fight or flight is a survival mode. It floods you with cortisol and adrenaline, diverts blood to your limbs for action, and shuts down all systems deemed non-essential for immediate survival, including digestion and sexual function. An erection is a purely parasympathetic function. It can only occur when your body feels safe and relaxed. The problem is, the chronic low-grade stress of modern life keeps many of us stuck in a constant fight or flight state, which makes getting an erection physiologically difficult. This 5-minute routine is designed to manually shift you out of that stress state and into the relaxed, erection-friendly parasympathetic mode. Here is the simple 3-part practice. Find a quiet place to sit comfortably. First, for 2 minutes, you will practice box breathing. This is a simple but profound technique. You inhale through your nose for a slow count of 4. You hold your breath for a count of 4. You exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 4, and you hold the exhale for a count of 4. Repeat this cycle for 2 full minutes. Next, for another 2 minutes, you will practice visualization. With your eyes closed and continuing to breathe deeply, you will visualize your circulatory system in perfect working order. Picture your heart as a strong, steady pump. Imagine your arteries as wide, clean, flexible channels. Visualize warm, healthy blood flowing without restriction down into your pelvis. nourishing all the tissues and nerves. Don't focus on the outcome, focus on the feeling of health and flow. Finally, for the last minute, you will use a focused affirmation. So much of erectile difficulty is compounded by performance anxiety and a mental loop of past failures. We need to consciously break this. Repeat to yourself, either silently or aloud, the simple phrase, "My body is healthy and capable." Say it slowly and feel the truth in it. The science behind this is solid. The rhythmic nature of box breathing directly stimulates the vagus nerve, which is the primary control channel for your parasympathetic nervous system. It is a manual override that tells your brain you are safe, which in turn lowers the production of cortisol. The visualization practice helps to strengthen the mind-body connection. The neural pathways that control erections can be reinforced through focused intent, reminding your brain and body how to work in harmony. And the affirmation begins to rewire the negative thought patterns associated with anxiety, replacing them with a sense of confidence and trust in your body's capabilities. This final step ensures that your mind and nervous system are aligned with the physical work you've done, creating the perfect internal state for sexual health. So that is the routine. 4 steps that flow together to create a powerful synergy. You start with the superhydration protocol to prepare your blood. You use targeted movement to direct that blood to your pelvis. You eat a power-packed breakfast to provide the hormonal and vascular building blocks. And you finish with the mind and nerve reset to ensure your body is in the calm, receptive state necessary for it all to work. This isn't a magic pill. It is a commitment to a new daily practice. It's about consciously creating an internal environment where your vitality can flourish. Be consistent. Commit to it for 1 month. The initial changes will be in your energy and mood, but soon you will begin to notice the physical results. That returning sense of firmness, the renewed responsiveness, and the confidence that comes from knowing you are taking back control. The power to rebuild your prime begins with how you choose to start your day. Thank you for taking this time for your health. If this information has been valuable to you and you want to continue on this journey of reclaiming your vitality, please do 2 things for us. First, click the like button to let us know. And second, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. We are dedicated to providing clear, science-based information to help you thrive. You have the power to make a change. We'll see you in the next video.